We're going to make some chocolate chip cookies today. The oven is preheating to 375. We are going to start by getting our butter. It is 2 sticks of butter. Right here. You can hold the move, so I'll come back to you.
That's right.
My hands are washed, by the way. 1.
Very important.
2. And the point of doing this is to get the sugar to punch holes in the butter and to help aerate it. And so we will cut it with a moment. Okay, we're back. And so I've got a 1 cup measuring cup, and this is going to be 1 cup of granulated white sugar. There we go.
Now, I was actually recently shown a website where this person did an experiment with what type of chocolate chip cookies that you can make, and they said that all baking soda, all baking powder, no salt, all brown sugar, all white sugar, they all make very different cookies.
They all do.
So I will be able to post that website where they do all that in the description. Personally, my favorite is all brown sugar with an overnight frozen dough, because that creates a real butterscotch flavor.
So this is, we have 1 cup of granulated white. This is 1 cup of packed brown.
It's really important to pack it. Really important.
These how it's packed because it keeps its shape when it goes in the bowl. And we're just going to turn this on. So we'll let that go a while. In the meantime, we're going to prepare the flour. So this is 3 cups of flour, all-purpose flour. And in here is 1 teaspoon of baking powder. No, baking soda, sorry. Baking soda, Arm & Hammer.
Very important not to mix those two.
1 teaspoon of salt. I'm just going to dump them in. And then I like to take a little pastry blender and just cut 2 things in together. This does 2 things. 1, it helps make sure that it's thoroughly mixed. And it also aerates the flour a little bit. It's going to lead to a nice fluffier cookie.
I'll keep an eye on it. Look at that.
Preparing our baking sheets. Okay, we're back over here. Follow the camera. All right, let's take a look at how we're doing. So we're getting a nice light brown color. It sounds still a little bit gritty, but I think we're in a good spot. So we're going to go and turn up. Actually, I'm going to dump in 2 whole eggs. Let that mix for a moment. Once it comes together like it is now, I'll turn up the mixer and get some more air in there.
Score!
Okay, so that's been beating just a couple minutes. Take a look, see how it looks nice and fluffy now. Now it's time to flavor it. We're going to use, because I'm on camera, I'm going to measure. I normally don't measure. We're going to use 1,
Tisk tisk.
2. Oh, sounds like our oven is preheated. That was 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And back to mixing.
Smells great.
Get in there. Okay, we're going to keep this on real low now. and we're going to take our flour mixture, we're going to introduce it to what's in the bowl, and we're going to do this very slowly and in parts, because if you were to put it in all at one time, it would just puff up in your face.
Yep.
You got to let it incorporate. So you see how slowly it's going in?
They have little attachments that are pretty expensive, because we're using the KitchenAid mixer. They have some pretty expensive parts you can do that does this for you. So it kind of like funnels it in. But I recommend if you know a guy who owns a 3D printer, that you have them 3D print you a blueprint and have that be done for you. Or you can do this if you have the true patience, which I do not.
Good things come to those who wait. So we're almost there.
Patience is a virtue.
Smelling like cookies. I'll tell you, this is a pretty versatile recipe. You can, from this plain batter, if you wanted to, you could swap out the chocolate chips we're going to add with coconut flakes
Or butterscotch chips.
Butterscotch chips.
Or
if you're going to do coconut, what I would suggest is replacing the vanilla extract with coconut extract. And there we go. If we take a look in the bowl right now, we're going to see it's all thoroughly incorporated. See that?
You can even add white chocolate chips
We
if you
could
want.
add white chocolate chips.
But we're not going to do that.
Today we're going to go with the old standard.
Yeah.
These are semi-sweet milk chocolate chips. And I suppose you're supposed to measure them, but I never have, and I'm not doing it today. I'm going to add chocolate chips just until I figure it out. Okay, so here's the chocolate chips, you can see. I'm just going to be adding them. I'd say that looks good. I like a lot of chocolate chips in my chocolate chip cookies. These actually aren't for me. They're going to be going to a new neighbor, but welcome them to the neighborhood.
Oh, is it for the new neighbor?
And there we go. Okay. So now we've got, take a look, a nice looking cookie dough. This is where your mileage will vary. Some people like to use spoons to drop it on sheets. Some people like to use scoops. I use these, but I always make sure they're extra clean. Okay. Now I'll give you a little secret. If you want them to be not stick to your hands and have a nice finished edge to them, keep your hands just a little wet. Take off the size of a large golf ball. Roll it. See how it looks smooth? It's because my hands are just a little bit wet. And we do this over and over again.
So
we had a question about what happens if your hands are too wet when you use the dough, and you can see it's how it's sticking to my hands now. Right, so that tells me it's too wet.
how it looks kind of like shiny.
Mealy, and yeah, it gets very sticky.
We just missed a really cool thing that happened where it just like plopped, all the dough just like plopped down.
So I'm going to go with my hands, get them a little drier this time. So there's a little bit of moisture there. And re-roll. We're back in business.
So
We'll be back in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and finish rolling all these.
okay, so we just finished making the first 2 batches. Right there.
1 and 2. As you can see, I've got one on an air bake sheet. That's what this is. That's so it won't burn. It's a special kind of sheet. It's got 2 layers and it's a pocket of air inside. And then this is a standard quarter sheet, and I've got a non-stick liner. And that's so things don't stick. Into the oven we go. That rack is too low, and the cookies would burn. So I'm going to take it and move it out.
This, guys, this, guys, we recommend for this step. We recommend that you actually use an oven mitt and not like a towel. But because he's a more professional, he can use a towel.
There we go. 1 and 2.
If
We're
only
gonna go on the timer for 12 minutes.
if you have other options, you can use like the oven timer, or you can use your phone, or really anything. The timer is irrelevant for where you put it.
So,
as long as you have it.
In the 12 minutes we have left, I'm going to take the rest of this dough. I'm going to portion it, ball it for the next round of cookies, and then I'm going to do some cleanup.
So we will come back to you guys with the final project.
Okay, so it's coming on. We've got just 20 some seconds left. We'll look at what we've got. We've spread, but they haven't started to brown yet, so it's probably going to need another 2 or 3 minutes, I would think. So I'll reset the timer and we'll check again.
Alright, so the cookies are ready. Look at that.
Too bad you don't have smell-o-vision.
Yeah. Soon. Scientists get working
bottom
on that.
Probably need another, I'm going to say another minute and a half.
Right, because things cook best in the middle of the oven.
With air around them.
Look at that.
That's why YouTube, if you can afford it, you should get a convection oven. They're more expensive, but they cook better. I don't have one, but I will in the next house. Okay, so they just came out of the oven. You want to let them set a couple minutes. We'll finish cooking on the sheet, and then we'll move them off. So we'll be back in a couple minutes. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. What we're looking for is just a little bit of brown right on the edge of the cookies. And that's just what we got. That is a successful batch.
The second one from the second row from the bottom first to the right is a really good example. These look a little bit more underdone than these, though.
Well, again, they were the bottom rack. They didn't have all the air on them, so they're going to be a little. I actually prefer a little more of an underdone cookie.
Same.
So.
Well, you and I are gonna have to. We're gonna have to taste test them after, right?
Gooey cookie cooling sheet. Make sure it's a cooking cooling sheet and not a pastry cooling sheet, because that will not work out for you.
Very important.
A cookie cooling sheet has a full grid, and it gives the cookie more support as it cools, as opposed to a baking cooling sheet will have just straight ridges, and that will give the cookie less support and more likely to indent the cookie as it cools.
Here's the difference: cookie cooling, pastry cooling. Pastry cooling can also have these little mounts on them
To get air underneath.
Right. All right.
You can see the air baked cookie sheet's done its job and nothing is sticking to it.
All right. Then we'll finish transferring here.
Now, our recipe made just shy of 3 dozen cookies. We've got 2 here, and I've got the dough balls waiting to go back in for the next round.
For these, we will not be cutting it away. I will actually be able to do a time lapse of that because I just figured out how. So I will do a time lapse of that for you guys.
We're moving these cookies right up.
All right, we'll be back. Okay.
Quick scrub.
So we're just gonna give one of our pans a quick wash because if there's gunk on them, there's a higher chance of things sticking to them. So while he's doing that, we'll take a dog break. Hi, dog. There's the other dog. Hi, dog. This is Onyx. You've seen him in past videos. He likes the camera. He also likes his head rubbed. And that's Tinkerbell. I'm not too sure what she wants. She's a little more camera shy. She likes her chin rubbed. Alright. Cookies are all ready. Pan's all washed.
Back in they go.
Alright. I wish this camera could withstand that heat. That'd be cool if it could.
Hey people, hope you're enjoying the video so far. This next part will be of the cookies going through a time lapse. So this is the third batch of cookies that we're making, and I decided to do a sped up version of it, so like a time lapse. Enjoy the rest of the video.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Alright, there's the new done cookies.
Final batch.
Here's bread. It's bread.
While this
Alright.
cool, I guess we could sample the earlier batch. Money shot, ready?
Yeah. Oh.
It's gooey, chocolatey.
Alright.
Got a nice brown bottom.
Alright,
Crisp
stay right
edges.
there. Don't move. Cheers.
How do they taste? Is the question.
Cheers. Oh my god.
Real good.
Really good.
Alright, good mommy one.
I
See ya.
feel sorry that you guys can't have this. Mac and cheese. Very good. Alright. Hope you all enjoyed that video. This is Game Corner Guy signing out. Don't forget to subscribe. Special thanks to my dad, the gourmet chef, and
Listen-
baker.
Listen to your parents.